So we'll get into it today. We'll go through the 5 C's of feel-good selling. But before we talk about feel-good selling, there's a bit of a twist in the tail right from the get-go, and that is in order to, for you personally, to feel good selling your services or products, you actually have to create a feel-good buying environment. Because guess what? It's not all about you. It's about your customers. And in this instance, it's about the prospect that is yet to become a customer. And in order to feel good about the selling, you have to create a feel-good buying environment. Because believe it or not, people actually enjoy buying things. Like, that's why shopping is such a fun thing to do. They don't necessarily enjoy being sold to or sold at, but they definitely, us people, generally enjoy buying things. And so if you've created through your marketing a genuine conversation that would be a good fit for your service or your product, then we can create a real feel-good buying environment to make everything so much easier for you and your prospect to make a decision. And that's what we're going to do with these 5 C's. So the first thing that we're talking about today is your confidence in your product. Please understand that without confidence in your product or service, you might as well stop now. You must have confidence in what it is that you're talking to your prospect about. You must have confidence in what you're selling. Because if you do not have confidence in what you're selling, then how can you expect someone to have confidence in buying it? We've got to create that positive buying environment, and that's the first thing. So with that, you can give yourself a bit of a rating out of 5, 1 to 5. 5 being that you have high levels of confidence, you really believe in your product and service, you understand it and you know it inside out. And 1 being that you don't think it's very good at all, but you feel like you kind of have to sell it, which is not a good place to be, by the way. But rank yourself there 1 to 5 for that. And then do that for each of these subsequent category or subsequent things here beginning with C. That's the first one. The second one that we're talking about today is your clarity of your offer. The offer is the gateway to the sale. The offer is the door that people walk through and then become a customer. We have to understand what the offer is. Like, you need to know what your offer is. And if you don't have clarity about your offer, then how can you expect someone to have clarity about what they're buying? People need to understand clearly what it is they're giving you money for. So having clarity of your offer, like what's included, what isn't included, how long does it last for, what guarantees are there, is there a warranty, how can I get support if I have a problem? What is included as a bonus or an extra in this offer? And most importantly, what's the price and what are my options to pay? Those things have to be clear for you in your mind so that you can make it clear in theirs. And without that, you're going to struggle. So again, give yourself a ranking or a rating out of 5. 1 being not clear at all on your offer. You're always making it up on the spot. You haven't got that solid, clear offer that you can present to your prospect. And 5 being you have that, it's on a little card, you can bring it out, you can talk about it, you can run through it at a barbecue or a party and you know it inside out. 1 to 5, give it a rating. The third C that we're talking about today is clear. It kind of leads on from that really. It's your communication being on purpose. Purposeful communication, your communication on purpose. And the reason why that's important is because every single word has to be on purpose. You have to know exactly what you're saying and why you're saying it and this is a quick thing to do. This is a skill to be able to think about what to say and then say it, knowing that every single word has meaning and importance, and also understanding that the words that you don't say are important for a reason as well. The silence, that's important too. Communication, we're talking verbally here, is a big part of this, but there are also non-verbal communication aspects towards being on purpose. Like, how sure do you stand or sit when you are talking to your prospect? That's important. What kind of arm movements are you making or gestures that can help somebody feel safe and that they are invited into your energy. But that's not for today. Today we're just talking about your words that you use. Those words need to be on purpose. Stop waffling, stop beating around the bush, understand what it is you've got, how it's going to help them, and what you want to do next. Really, that's kind of it in a nutshell. So give yourself a ranking or a rating out of 5. 5 being you hardly waste any words. Whenever you are in a selling environment, you know exactly what to say and you say it. And you can react and respond to people in a way that makes it real clear and concise for them. Or 1 being that you do sort of faff and waffle a bit and you do beat around the bush and you are sort of scared about saying things, so you tend to say too many things. But give yourself a rating 1 to 5 on that one too. Right, next we've got the need for clear instructions. You've got to be a leader in a selling situation so that it's easy for people to follow you as a buyer. So being clear about the instructions that you are going to give somebody in order to close that sale is very important. Here's an example. You've talked about the offer, you've presented it, you've answered some questions, and you think, right, we're ready now, we're going to bring it to a close. You say, okay, so here's what I would like you to do next. And then you tell the person exactly what you would like them to do next. That could be, answer me this question, how would you like to pay for this product or service? Here's what I'd like you to do next, decide on which one suits you best. Here's what I'd like you to do next, go along and talk to this person, I'm going to give you their number now, give them a call, they'll help you out. Whatever it is that you need them to do, tell them, because if you don't, it leaves too much ambiguity and people can be confused and overwhelmed and think, oh, I don't know if they really wanted me to do it or not. I don't know if, maybe I'm taking up their time, maybe I'm an inconvenience, maybe I'll just sort of sit here and wait for a bit until I feel safe again. People need leadership. So give yourself a number 1 to 5, 5 being that you always give clear instructions, here's what I'd like you to do next. And 1 being you don't think you do, you think you kind of leave it over to them. And you just say, right, okay, have you got any questions? All right, I'll see you later then, bye. That's not good leadership in a selling environment. So clear instructions are important as well. And then finally, in order to feel good selling or create a feel good buying environment, charisma is important. But here's the catch, charisma that fits your personality. Charisma that fits your personality. Don't try and be the host with the most if that's not what or who you are. Don't be elaborate and eccentric if that's not who you are. Your personality, your unique personality, will have some charisma inside that is unique and special to you and that just fits. You know what that is. I don't know what that is for you, but I know what it is for me. Maybe it's having a smile. Maybe it's just, being really friendly and kind. Maybe it's being a little bit humorous where appropriate. Maybe it's warming the room with your energy. Whatever it is for you, there's a level of charisma there which sets you apart from somebody else. And that's important because at the end of the day, I know it's been said a million times, but people buy from people. And so having gone this far into a selling conversation with somebody or a buying conversation on their side, they will at some point in their mind assess whether you are the person that they want to do business with. And that's like regardless of whether you are day one on the job or you're the founder and the business owner. They will always consider that. People always consider that. I expect you do when you buy things. I know I do. So charisma that fits your personality is the 5th and final point. Please rate yourself not on how charismatic you are out of 5, but how much you think you are being yourself. That's really the key thing. Are you being your true self when you're in a selling environment? Or do you pretend or try to be somebody that you are not? 5 being, yeah, I'm usually myself. 1 being, no, I really don't know who I am in a selling environment. I should probably study and learn and practice in order to develop that. Be honest and give it a number. So having gone through it, there are some stuff there that you'll listen to and you'll go, yeah, that's good. I'll remember that and I'll do it. Some of you will do that, and if that's enough and that serves you, then great. But for those of you that are A-star students and want to go the full distance here, having watched already, over 10 minutes of this video, I want you to add up all of those rankings or ratings there out of 5, add them up. And here's the harsh reality. If your score isn't more than 20, then you need to stop selling, that would be my advice, and start working on improving those numbers. There are things that you can do to improve those numbers, and if you want some help, please do reach out. I'll be happy to give you my best advice and see if I can help you. But if you're not above 20, then you're probably letting yourself down. But most importantly, this really is the most important thing, you're letting your buyer down. Because that person, they've come to you for a solution. You've already done the marketing, they're already there, they're already at the till, the cash desk, or on the phone, or in the meeting, the consultation, however you do your sales process, they're already there. They just need a little bit more help from you. And so it's up to you to upskill your levels of confidence, clarity, communication, clear instructions, and charisma in order to best serve them and help them become a happy customer in your feel-good buying environment, which you can then rinse and repeat. And when you get to that stage, your sales, well, your figures, your conversion rates will improve and grow, and things will just be on your terms, which is a nice place to be. So thanks for watching. I would love to know what you've learned. Please do share your thoughts with me, and I will see you again in another video very soon. Until then, take it easy and keep creating that real feel-good buying environment.